Hey, Extreme Fanboy here to talk about this lovely lady in her very good, extremely well done little. What would you call these little? What do you call this? Knitting?
I call them crochetables.
Crochetables. And how long would you say it takes you? Like what made you want to start like doing crochetables? When did you start doing this? And how long did it take your first one? The first one you actually sold.
That's a lot of a lot of questions. I initially got interested in crocheting when I was in middle school. There was a kid in my class who people were bringing him skeins of yarn, like the little balls of yarn, and say, "Oh, can you make a beanie out of this?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "That's really cool. I'm gonna learn how to do that." But it really didn't pick up with me until I was like a senior in high school, and then I learned how to make a beanie, and then I learned how to make scarves, and then I learned how to make little balls and things.
Oh, little mitt right there, nice.
Yeah. And then I kind of exploded from there. Like once I learned how to make little plushies and stuff, that just kind of became my go-to, my niche, basically.
What is that little dog right there?
This is a Poro from League of Legends.
Oh, I don't play much League of Legends, so I gotta get on that.
I don't play much League either, but they're cute and adorable.
Man, it's one thing. And if you for a girl, if you don't like comic books or stuff like this, you love the cute stuff that comes here.
Right?
Yes. Wow. Oh, for all the people, all the fashionistas, all the prima donnas, all the fashion people, glamorous people who say cosplay doesn't have anything for me, what do you say to them? Would you say there's definitely some cute stuff they should definitely check out for first timers?
Like
the people say conventions, they ain't cute. They ain't got nothing cute for me. Got nothing glamorous. What would you say to them though? Would you say you definitely got more cute?
I would say, have you been to a con before? Because like half the stuff there. Okay, so like. Alright, okay, most of my con experience is anime conventions, and Japan is like
filled with cute stuff.
Like yeah, they're all about the kawaii or the cute stuff, and that's just what they're super into. Like everything over there is cute.
I have the good guy one.
So how would you describe that cuteness on a scale of 1 to 10? Scale of 1 to 30? How would you describe the cuteness of the anime characters and the toys?
Like, I mean, that kind of like always depends, but like if you're going like if they're trying to make something cute, it is going to be like super ultra plus ultra cute.
Like like little Japanese kind of like little super smiley face.
Giant anime eyes, little sparkles and everything, cute little smiles, maybe little blushies.
Yeah, well, kind of like these guys. Look a little bit like it, a little bit. Oh, look at these unicorns. Hold on. Oh,
unicorns.
Or say little dragons. Oh, love this one. That's nice.
I used to make unicorns, but I haven't made them in a while.
What are you asking for this?
Oh, my mistake. Thought I was a unicorn. But this is nice though. Oh, like this one. You're so accurate. You get this one a mohawk. This one not so much. Like you definitely know what you're doing here. That's nice. What is this right here? This
is actually one of my pride and joys.
Hold it up.
So this is actually my character from Final Fantasy XIV. Her name is Ran Hattori, and she is an aura character monk, and or as I like to call them, punch mages. And a friend of mine had asked me to make her for him, and so I made her, and then he still needs to pay me for it, so I still have it because he hasn't paid me for it yet.
Wow. Well, this hold on quick. I may be the extreme fanboy, but Final Fantasy, I can't touch that. That is too much. Like, how many games were there so far?
There are 15 actual main series games, but that's not including the fact that 10 has a sequel, 13 has 2 sequels. There's the Chocobo Mystery Dungeons, there's Final Fantasy Tactics games, which I think there's a few of those running around.
So there's more than 1,000. There's like a cajillion Final Fantasies.
Right? There's quite a few Final Fantasy games. I'm only in Final Fantasy 14. That's literally like the only one I've played the most
And
of.
plus, not to mention the anime. Like, it's probably really hard. Like, not mention it's just to get the anime over here. Final Fantasy. That's like a ton of signing paperwork and getting over. That's a ton of DVDs.
Yeah.
That's a smack ton of help. Wow, that's just redonkulous. But so, what your first anime made you get the anime? Was it Dragon Ball Z?
It was actually Case Closed, or the Japanese Detective Conan.
Conan. Oh, that sounds interesting.
It's very interesting, and it's still running, and it will never end. But it's about this high school teenager derp. A high school detective named Shinichi Kuro, and under random circumstances, he ends up getting disaged, so he looks like he's 7 years old again. And he has to find out who are the perpetrators who tried to shrink him, or who they were actually tried to kill him. But yeah, it's fun. It's a mystery series, and I love it.
Okay, what are you needing right now? Another one of these?
I'm making a smaller one of these, basically.
What's a little old school kind of pirate bag?
Like a dice bag, yeah.
Oh, old school. Wow. It's freaking 100% all for you. You knit this from scratch, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. No extra person. You're 100%.
This is all me.
So she's being honest, people. Look at her face. She's not lying. This is all her. She's needing this right now. If you want to hit that real quick, so people can know you're being real. This one right here. Want to hit that real quick?
Hang on, because I was in the middle of another project, but
oh,
like,
you knit.
this
Whatever
will
knit.
be easier to show
whatever works
off.
for you. Knit something. People know you're being real. You're not faking it. See, people, this is real. Oh, she's going fast. Just for you guys. All the haters, so just shut up already. Okay. You can talk. You can stop in 10 seconds if you want to, or hate me before that.
Just a few more.
Oh, when you knit, it's kind of addicting, isn't it?
It is. It's kind of like reading a chapter in a book or playing a level in a video game. You gotta like. I was like, oh, I'll be finished after this row. It's okay.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to see your patch on that suit. Very nice suit. And that little look like that little scarf you got.
Yeah, a little choker. These are actually relatively new.
Oh, perfect time. It's Christmas.
Yep.
Got the little nice. Got the white, the red, and a little Halloween just passed. We got all those little teddy bears. Nice.
They're actually sea otters.
Sea otters? Oh.
Sea otters.
Oh, you represent Monterey County then?
Yeah, those were actually made in Monterey.
Yeah. So tell people who don't know about the sea otters why is that a local thing for people in Monterey County, especially at the aquarium? Well, it was just Locals Week, not the first week of this month.
Sea otters are actually kind of a keystone species in the Monterey Bay area, and we actually almost hunted them to extinction, and we're finally like getting them to good numbers. I think we're at over 300 sea otters back in the bay.
How many years did it take them to get this level? Like 4 years or more? You think?
Oh, it was way more. I don't exactly know.
But
It took us.
see, guys, hear that, guys? She said it. We saved them. We saved these little creatures, and they're so cute. I was just at Monterey Bay Aquarium the first week of this month, December. I was saying the sea otters were actually the cats of the ocean. They're cute. They're cuddly. They use their claws. You know,
They're
nice.
feisty if you get too close.
But yep.
You don't want to play with sea otters.
Nah, they can bite you though. But yeah, we'll give them a fish. Anyway, though, last thing you want to say? Do you want to say no to what do you want to say about Stan? Two things. Two things. What do you say about Stan Lee? You want to say Excelsior, rest in peace, Stan Lee? Yeah. What do you want to say about Stan Lee right now? What do you want to say about him so far?
He was. What is there to say about him?
A lot.
Right? He was definitely a very creative individual, and it was pretty cool to like see just how creative he was throughout the entirety of his life, even as he's like getting older. And it's always really fun to see him
energetic.
in the movies.
He was so energetic. Even he was 95 years old when he passed away.
Yeah, right.
And he either made or he drew or made the story. Either drew the characters or made the story for every Marvel character. But his very first character he ever made was actually the Fantastic Four. Human Torch is actually a character by himself. But Spider-Man is definitely his pride and joy. That's him. By the way, did you see the Spider-Verse movie?
Not yet. Oh, it's on my list though.
Go see it. You were not disappointed.
I know.
Stanley was in it, and they're all making. So you guys know, there's only 3 more movies with Stanley making cameos. And what's one thing Stanley loved? Hey, if you're an extreme fanboy here to film this lovely lady, she was at the. By the way, what's your name? By the way.
My name's Tara.
And you were actually at the Monterey Comic-Con, I believe, right?
I was, yeah, back in the summer.
Yes, and you were at which one was that, the second or first one?
It was my first one. I think it might have been the second or third one they've ever had.
No, actually, it was the very first Monterey Comic-Con. I went to the very first one, which was free.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm glad I get to film because last time, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, my camera wasn't working. None of my cameras were working, and I gotta buy a new camera and a new tripod, but we'll get to that later. But right now, we're gonna show, so what do you do here?
So I have different things for sale. I have prints, I have stickers. A lot of this is my own original art. I have a little bit of fan art sprinkled in as well.
This comes out gems, like a little bit of gem in the hologram, this picture right here.
Oh, yeah.
You know gem in the holograms?
I do. I love gem.
Okay, since we're here, damn, I think I forgot to ask this. But anyway, let's talk about Stan Lee.
Right.
And yeah, because you know he passed away, right?
I know. It was horrible.
So anything you want to say, or if you want to cut me off when I'm asking a question about Stan Lee, just go ahead. Because Stan Lee, he's the man, Stan the Man Lee. And let's talk about Stan Lee real quick and how he impacted you to actually, first I'm going to showcase all this lovely artwork you have right here.
Great. I mean, like when I was younger.
Hold on, let me get feel this though.
No worries.
There's a video game with this. There's actually a video game with this, actually the same art style in the cutscene.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's Just Dance, but no, it's something along those lines, some kind of little kid game. But anyway, talk about Stan Lee, how he impacted you.
I didn't know Stan Lee until much later in my life. I didn't get into comic books until I was like high school, college age.
So did I.
Yeah, so I didn't get into it until then, and like it definitely changed the way my art style changed after that. Like when I first started out drawing, I was drawing like kids' cartoons because that's what I was watching as a kid. I was drawing like Fairly Odd Parents and like Danny Phantom, like those types of things. So it was really cartoony, and then as soon as I got into comic books, I started to adapt a much more realistic art style, or at least like a comic book realistic art style.
Okay. And, you know, I got into comic books late. I always wanted to read comic books ever since the X-Men cartoon. Because X-Men actually impacted me because I had autism. And these people who were born differently, seen as, they hated them.
Right.
And I was hateful too because people didn't know how I was and
Right.
why I did what I did. So he impacted me. So I definitely read comic books at a young age. But now, fortunately, I can read comic books now because back when we were kids, there was really no comic book store in the local area.
Right? Yeah.
There's actually one. You know that giant Mexican restaurant on Cannery Road? At the very end, it's literally on the edge of the water on a pier, hanging out by. They used to be Mexican. It used to actually be right there.
Oh, really?
The very first one, but I heard the original guy scared the other guys off, scared a lot of people off.
Oh, man.
And I do not know if this is true. Let me know if you heard of this character. Have you seen Free Willy, the movie? Okay, do you remember the girl in the movie, the woman who's like the personal trainer?
Vaguely.
Anyway, have you heard of Tank Girl?
Yes.
Okay, she actually played Tank Girl.
Oh,
In the
really?
movie.
Oh, wow.
Most people don't know about that. That was like a one-time movie back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Anyway, Arthur, the creator and artist of Tank Girl, I believe I saw a YouTube video. I'm not completely sure, but I think he actually did an autograph signing there at the old comic book shop.
Dang.
Keyword, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I am not completely sure, but it does look like the building from what I've seen. I'll try to leave the link in the description. Recommend you check it out. Well, anyway, but also, he's also the artist who actually made the Gorillas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Because he was the Gorillas, the band, and everything was actually there's this producer and beat maker in the UK, both British people, and basically both of them simply were doing something. One was actually retired artist from comic books, the Tank Girl artist. Sorry about that, guys. Make this quick. He just retired from making comic books, Tank Girl, and he happened to actually roommate with actually the gentleman who's actually a music producer, upcoming music producer, and up and coming music producer in the UK. So they became roommates slowly but surely. Once he actually started making a little bit of beats in their apartment, that's when the Gorillas got born.
Yeah.
So are you a big fan of Tank Girl?
I've seen the movie. I don't know much outside of the movie, unfortunately.
I recommend read the comic book.
Yeah.
I recommend you do though. I actually read one of the comic books back when Borders was still open.
Oh,
Yeah.
here it is. Did you guys?
Yes.
Can we leave it? All right, here you go.
Thank you so much. No problem.
See, she's generous. I'll take a picture.
Hey, I wanted to interrupt. I wanted to thank you for coming out. I'm with the Steinbeck Center, so
Oh, no
I want to
problem.
thank you
Oh,
for coming
this is
out.
lovely,
making,
gentlemen.
Making this a special event. Okay, thanks for being part of it.
Oh, by the way,
All right.
real quick, sir.
Okay.
What's your name? Real quick, so people know about you. Oh well. Anyway, though, but I recommend. I did read some comic books. Unfortunately, the year before Borders officially closed down. Remember Borders?
Yeah.
I actually read one of the comic books before it closed down. Not the whole thing, but I read. We'll just say it was definitely not your friendly, not your most friendliest happy ending. But let's just say, someone got left in the dust, someone wanted revenge. It's kind of like a little, yeah.
Yeah.
I recommend the comic book. But anyway, though, so what inspired you? So, what made you want to actually start doing this as a job and going to these conventions? All this artwork right here.
Well, like I said, I've been drawing since I was a kid, and then once I got into like middle school, high school, and I started reading like comic books and stuff, I started making my own comics. I started creating my own characters.
Like this character right here?
Yes, that's one of my characters.
Good. You just so what you know? If you haven't done this yet, now you are because of me. Not to brag, but you have to make sure what I do. You film your ideas before anyone puts it out there. That way, that way you can sue them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that gets to that point. Anyway, so tell us about this character real quick.
So I have 6 different characters. They're all a part of a circus. This is Josie. She's a stagehand. She doesn't do too much like on stage work. She's very shy, but she helps out like behind the scenes for
It's
a lot of
because
other
she
people.
is. If you don't mind me asking, I don't mean to butcher your name or hey, you never know. A lot of characters nowadays actually have offensive words for fictional characters. But is she a Cyclops or she have a different name?
No, she's a Cyclops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because comic book characters nowadays and fictional characters that you have, if you say this word's offensive, because now
Right.
comic books are trying to touch more on racism now. Anyway, how do you feel about that now? Comic books are touching more on racism.
I mean, there's good ways and bad ways to go about it. I don't know how well a lot of them are adapting to it.
But you know, the X-Men is actually based off racism.
Yeah.
So is Black Panther.
Yeah.
And though, so, anyway, though, so let's show more of your characters. This is lovely, by the way. I'll let you talk to them real quick. Oh. Got a little unicorn hybrid.
Yep.
What's the story? Or is you know about her origin story? Of this character right here?
Well, it's not like a superhero origin story. She wasn't like bestowed powers or anything. She's always been a unicorn. She's able to do magic. She doesn't have like a huge amount of magic that she's able to do, so her magic show still is a lot of like smoke and mirrors like a regular magic show would be.
Okay.
But yeah, she's one of the main characters. This is Rune. They're merfolk. They control water. They have I have two different acrobats. So there's an acrobat that's usually in the air doing aerial.
Let me try to find that gentleman here.
She's the dragon right there at the bottom on that sticker.
Okay.
And then Rune also does stuff, but he usually stays on the ground.
So like the little bird, little fox character.
Yeah, that was a commission that my friend got. There she is.
What is she, a dragon?
She is a dragon, yes.
Okay, got the kind of like My Little Pony. Like, the human version of My Little Pony? It's kind of like that a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I was thinking of. It's very similar.
Ah.
Very similar. Nice. Oh, got a little poison ivy?
Yes.
Oh, I know this is the female version of Toad from X-Men.
No, it's a character from My Hero Academia.
Oh, okay, my mistakes. No, but Toad, the character Toad from X-Men, the villain.
Yeah.
She looks similar to him though.
Yeah.
You think the artist might have based it off him?
I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with My Hero Academia.
Me neither, but I'm starting to get into it, trying to. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and look at that character. Oh, if you mind, you can flip the pages so I can film it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, make you film it.
Oh.
By the way, are you Elvira?
No, Morticia.
Morticia, okay. Damn, I was hoping for Elvira. Hoping. Oh, then go back real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Go back to one. Oh, after this, I gotta take a picture with your friends.
Okay.
Great cosplay.
Thank
What are you
you.
wearing? It smells good. And no, I'm not floating, which is good friendly. All right, thank you. Anyway, though, so anything else before we go right now? Anything you want to say up to Stan Lee, since he's up in that big comic book heaven in the sky right now? Anything you want to say to him?
Just thank you for everything that he's done to help inspire all of us. Like, he's touched everyone's lives. It's not just us.
Yes, and what I'm trying to do right now, I want everyone to say, can you say Excelsior, rest in peace, Stan Lee?
Yes, Excelsior, Stanley, rest in peace.